Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. Tease me, you see that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, we are still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase. Yes, you can in fact adapt it to a standard AR-15 Picatinny rail. Like all awesome accessories can be done. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more. Lastly, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Tropicana with their new bottle. Well, it's flopping, which I don't want to say you could have seen this coming, but it's happened to other brands before. I can't help but reminisce when Snapple used to come in a glass bottle. You get those cool little factoids under the cap. And nowadays they come in a plastic bottle, which I think about 5 people still buy. I'm only partially exaggerating. Now this comes to us thanks to CNN Business, which somehow still in business. I think I'm the only, well, maybe one of 3 people who moderately consistently check out their website. But nevertheless, this comes to us thanks to Nathaniel, and they say, quote, Tropicana fans are ditching the brand after a bottle redesign, which, yeah, looks like a smaller hunk of plastic. Granted, the cap is still orange, and it does contain a derivative of an orange in regards to legally being, orange juice. It's, let's just say the manufacturer of that is by no means fresh, though it is technically a derivative of the orange. True. Now, they specifically say, quote, Tropicana customers are in revolt after the orange juice bottle redesign. Again, Tropicana recently ditched its distinct orange juice now in clear plastic circular shaped bottles with a thinning neck and a crown-like bottle cap known as a carafe. Now that's fancy. I'm not sure fancy people care about Tropicana, but nevertheless, the attempt was made. Over the summer, it rolled out more traditional looking plastic bottle and downsized the bottle from 52 ounces to 46. Yet another example of shrinkflation, where, spoiler alert, some of these grocery stores are charging the same, but you're getting less product. Now, I also know that Tropicana also narrowed its label to fit the more compact bottle, which I don't know how many people really care about the label. It's just a big old sticker they slap on it with a picture of an orange. That's about it. They say OJ fans, not the athlete, say are frustrated that the new look, they don't like it, and protested that Tropicana is ripping them off by selling smaller bottles. Even though the prices on the bottles are supposed to be lower, not all stores are following the Tropicana's price recommendation. Customers are on high alert for shrinkflation as the brand charges more for less. Tropicana sales have been in steady decline this year, but they plunged almost immediately after putting the new bottle on the shelves. Ouch. Glad I'm not in charge of their sales department. In July, Tropicana sales dropped 8.3%. Ouch. Aren't people supposed to be drinking that in the summer? I mean, I was unusual. I think I enjoyed it as a winter drinker, all year round. But if I were to guess, when do people buy orange juice? I would guess it'd be more summertime. I'm not sure as people, sitting around the Christmas fire and, Christmas tree. Sometimes you have a fire. But I'm not sure a lot of people are actually enjoying orange juice Christmas morning. But that's just me. Ouch. Now, they also say in August, sales dropped 10.9%. By October, Tropicana sales had dropped 19%. Ouch. Tropicana has lost about 3 percentage points of market share to Simply Orange, which is owned by Coca-Cola. And here you can see, I guess the new design is that is pretty bland. It definitely doesn't stand out on the shelf. The old design, at least, had that unique, funny-looking cap. Almost like an industrial, pretty much almost industrial size in terms of the cap, easy to get a grip on. And yeah, the new one is just a mass-produced cap that you see on like a V8 bottle, which, spoiler alert, a lot of the bottle manufacturers are the same. But yeah, it pretty much lost all the distinct characteristics. It's no longer angular. And yeah, it almost looks like the off-brand of orange juice. And if I were to just guess by the container, if they were ripped the label away. So definitely not good marketing there. They say that if the story rings a bell, you have excellent memory. In 2009, Tropicana replaced its familiar logo, an orange with a straw poking out of it, with a minimalist design featuring a glass of orange juice, which, yeah, that would be pretty weak. Customers were, oh my gosh, people are really passionate about orange juice. Who would have guessed? Customers wrote letters, sent emails, and called Tropicana in droves to complain about the new symbol and the carton design were generic and cheap looking. Tropicana sales dropped 20% following the redesign, sinking by $30 million back then, which, geez Louise. You don't have a lot of time on your hand if you're writing to complain about orange juice. And again, the taste has not changed. Part of me considered giving a call or a little critique, positive critique criticism to Bare Naked cereal, which a couple years ago changed the formula. So the taste actually changed. I didn't really care about the container, but they took that taste away that I used to enjoy in college. But I partially digress. Now here you can see more of an up close picture of the old bottle, which again was more distinct. And yeah, the article goes on to note that other representatives, other brands having shrinkflation as well. And again, the parent companies, or in this case manufacturers, are telling grocery stores not to do it in terms of charging more than MSRP, very similar to a car, the manufacturer's suggested retail price. And again, I can't help but think. I mean, they said Simply, which is a competitor, they're gaining some market share, but it looks like overall the category seems to be shrinking. Which, again, if you look at the nutrition facts of like orange juice you get at the store, spoiler, it's a lot of sugar and a derivative of an orange. So I don't know if we're just seeing consumer preferences change as well as having a revolt against the bottle redesign. But this is one of the greatest examples. You see this also with alcohol and beer, especially, where just changing the container has dramatic impact on the sales. It is comical how much they've spent on advertising and just different containers throughout the decades. I remember back when I was in college, they thought it was a crazy good idea. They had almost like a kind of like a not I forget what you call the specific shape inside the beer bottle, in which it was almost akin to a screw in terms of shape. So it would, in theory, make it so you could pour out faster. And all I did was change the shape of the neck of the bottle a little bit so that the slew or the sludge of beer would come out in a circular motion. And the theory is you get more beer out quicker, which for that drudge, that'd probably you actually wouldn't want that because it tastes so viscerally disgusting. But again, that increased their sales back in the day. So have a little backfire with Tropicana. With the cost of machinery, I mean, geez, when you're talking about manufacturing molds for when it comes to plastic components, or plastic injection molds, just the metal molds alone could cost, I mean, on a large scale, you're going to cost, $10, $30, $40,000 per. And granted, these factories are making, not just one mold of this, plastic bottle, but, dozens and dozens. So I'm not sure how much the redesign would cost if they want to actually go back to the default or what they used to have. But yeah, I hate to be a product category manager in that case, or in terms of Tropicana's division handling this pushback. But let me know in the comments. Do you think will the company actually move back to the old design? Do you think consumers will continue to move away from it in general? Let me know in the comments, because as always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.